Okay, hello all. It's Jalmari from King of Funnel, and today we are talking about why we as humans are so bad at testing business ideas by nature. So, super crucial topic, of course. So, let's go. Anyway, so working a new idea, it's it's actually about risk reduction, or it should be. And I have this kind of wonderful image here, and now the percentage means the probability of success. So let's say like there's a guy having 5 new ideas, and like you can see, it's quite natural that uh, most of the ideas are not probably going to go very well, just because we're humans and there are multiple reasons. I'll show you. So first of all, now let's think this classic business example that about selling ice to Eskimos. It's quite understandable that it's a bad business idea. But why do we still keep continuing? Well, of course, hope is an inbuilt function of our mind. So human psyche would collapse without it. So even the idea is bad, but because it's my idea, I just will fall in love with that, like we know. And then there are all these kind of classic biases like confirmation bias. We only see the hints that support our own vision. Overconfidence bias, well, it just means that we are too confident that things are going to go okay. Then there's the sunk cost bias. So this is especially when you have already started and you should just let like you just should leave the idea, delete it whatsoever, but somehow the human mind is saying that hey, you are already invested so much time and money here, you should keep going. But it doesn't make sense if it's a bad idea and it's not going to work anyway. Okay. And so all kids, for example, experiment and test. So why don't we? I was reading this kind of book, Testing Business Ideas by David Bland, and there was just an interesting angle for this topic that, well, of course, scientists naturally experiment the way through problems, and also kids do it. Like we all know, you fit the square peg in the round hole, and you just play with the toy. So as long as finally you get the pieces inside the box, and also like that the school is like the school system in Western countries, like we just go there and we are graded by this one right answer, and we learn to avoid failure. So kind of the atmosphere is that you either are right or then you are a loser. But it's not like that if you are not right you're a loser, because if you are not right you can still learn your way to the big kind of finding to really solve the problem. So it's just a fundamental challenge, and we just tend to think and act like that, and we need to unlearn it after we come out from the school. And yeah, exactly. And of course the perfectionist mind, it's uh, kind of like, well, we just need to tolerate imperfection. 2080 rule, kind of like, or how I said, like no shame, no experiment. Like if you didn't feel any shame at all, I can kind of like doubt that it wasn't anymore a test or experiment. You just built something ready and then you hope that it will work. And yeah, anyway, so now the kind of the myth busting is means just that like the treatment here is the myth busting these fictive scenarios as soon as possible. So we just need to start to test. We need to be aware that the ideas are just ideas and we are super blind for those, if those are good or bad. And we just need to test and and like sooner we can see that it's a bad idea, it's still a win, and I'm going to show you why. So the opposite of experimenting, I have this kind of cannon and rocket metaphor. But anyway, the cannon, if the other way is to test things fast, but the classic way is to be in this kind of cannon mode, and we just plan, we make fixed plans for weeks, months, and even years ahead, and we just hope that we will hit the goal. And it's super hard. It's super hard because it's kind of like guessing, and that's not even all. Also the goal, the whole world tend to change after, like if you just make one fixed decision that should be the right decision in a like year, for example. The world has changed so much there that even the goal is changing. And now, of course, like the rocket approach means that we can kind of steer the growth. So with experimentation or testing, we can just adjust where we are going. And these loops here at the bottom, is that just a classic symbol for tests or experiments in this kind of manner. And now back to these ideas, because these percentage still it means about the probability of success, and if we can fail as soon as possible, this is the win, and because the success, the probability of success was 0 anyway, and now why the failure is good is that we actually spend the cost for this test, to spend time and money was little bit, but if we compare it to this canon approach, now the same cost, so to spend time and money, is huge. So this is the drastic difference why we need to test, and testing is not expensive. Being wrong is damn expensive. So thanks, and in a nutshell, the critical point is that we need to be aware of these own biases, and we just tend to fall in love with our own ideas, and the killing the darlings hurt, like we know. And then we have these biases, and finally we just want to test things, not just one idea, but understand that if we need to have bunch of ideas, and maybe one of those will work, and then we just rapidly go through those with this approach. So anyway, if you want to hear more about this, or how the experimenting exactly works, how the testing process exactly works, you can go to kingoffunnel.com/process and join to my email list. And also you can approach me in LinkedIn and send connection request. So that's of course my first and last name there in the URL at the end. Anyway, so thanks for your time, and let me know how this sounded. Okay, thanks, bye.